The submersible's lamp cuts through 4 kilometers of black water. For the first time in its evolutionary history, perhaps the first time in its species' entire existence, a creature feels light, not sunlight, not bioluminescence from a hunting neighbor, a cold, artificial beam from something that does not belong here. And in that moment, the ocean reminds us we are the strangers in this frame. In 2026, oceanographers returned from the Hadal Zone, depths below 6,000 meters, with footage of species never catalogued, never named, never seen by human eyes. The pressure down there reaches 1,000 atmospheres. Imagine 10,000 people standing on your shoulders. Now imagine that weight pressing down from every direction without mercy, without pause, for as long as the creature has existed. The water temperature hovers at 2 degrees Celsius. That's colder than the highest peaks of the Himalayas, and yet life persists. We've explored less than 5% of the ocean. Let that number sit for a moment. 71% of Earth's surface is water. We've mapped Mars more thoroughly than our own planet's depths. We know the names of craters. We've identified 200 billion galaxies stretching across the observable universe. And yet the ocean floor, our ocean floor, the one we live above, remains almost entirely unknown. Every year, oceanographers descend into that darkness and emerge with something that breaks the previous year's assumptions. 2026 was no exception. The discoveries came in sequence. A creature with a body plan we've never encountered before, neither fish nor invertebrate, but something that demands a new category entirely. Another species exhibiting bioluminescence patterns that don't match any known function. Hunting, mating, communication, we don't know. We are still developing the vocabulary to even ask the question. A third organism at depths where we believed metabolism couldn't sustain anything larger than bacteria. And yet there it was, 30 centimeters long, alive, watching the submersible the way we were watching it, with the confusion of an encounter that should not have been possible. The threshold moment comes when the camera's light lands on the creature, and you realize suddenly in your body before your mind articulates it that you are watching something impossible. Your shoulders draw in slightly, your breath shallows at the sternum. There's a small cold catch behind your ribs, the body registering 4 kilometers of water above the camera before conscious thought names what it is seeing. That creature has never known light, its lineage has never known light. And now, for the first time in millions of years, one of its kind is looking directly into it. The moment lasts 3 seconds on screen. It contains everything. What we're discovering suggests a fundamental misunderstanding about life itself. We assumed the deep ocean was a desert, sparse, slow, barely alive. The data now suggests something closer to the opposite. Life down there isn't scarce. It's organized according to principles we don't yet understand. It's abundant in ways we lack the tools to measure. The creatures we are finding are not accident. They are not remnants of failed evolution. They are purpose-built for a world we're only beginning to fathom. Every adaptation is precise. Every behavior is lawful. We're not observing chaos down there. We're observing an entire civilization we've been blind to. And here's what keeps oceanographers awake. We are finding new species now because our submersible technology has improved. But that also means we've barely scratched the surface, literally. The deepest part of the ocean, the Challenger Deep in the Mariana Trench, sits 11,000 meters down. We've sent a submersible there exactly a handful of times, a handful in human history. We've put more people on the moon, 14 astronauts in total, than we've sent to the deepest point in our own ocean. The creatures we're discovering now are from depths we can barely access. What exists even deeper? What exists in the trenches we haven't yet reached? What organizing principles govern the life we haven't yet encountered? The creatures we are finding refuse the narratives we want to give them. There's a fish at 8,000 meters with eyes that face upward only, a predator designed to hunt the creatures above it, in the barely less impossible depths. There's an organism the size of a human hand that produces light in 3 separate wavelengths, suggesting a complexity of communication we associate with intelligence. There's a species whose diet we can't determine from stomach contents alone because the creatures in its diet don't exist anywhere else on Earth. We dissect them, we analyze them, and they keep asking us questions we don't know how to answer. Why does this matter in 2026? Because we are running out of time to discover what we've never known. The ocean is warming. The currents are shifting. Deep-sea ecosystems are under pressure we've never documented before. We are destroying habitats we haven't even properly catalogued. Some of the creatures we're discovering now may be extinct within a generation, not because they were always rare, but because we're making them rare. The urgency isn't academic, it's existential. Every creature we document now is a map of what was possible. Every species we fail to document is a story we'll never read. The submersible's light cuts away. The creature returns to absolute darkness. It's been in that darkness for its entire existence. Its parents were in that darkness. Its ancestors, for millions of years, knew only black water and the faint signatures of bioluminescence from neighbors we haven't met yet. Now it has felt light, Photons have struck its body in a way they never have before. Did it understand? Does it remember? Does its nervous system carry the memory of the encounter, or does it simply return to the world it knows, a world that is infinitely larger, infinitely more alive, infinitely more strange than we ever imagined? The ocean is still mostly dark, still mostly unknown, still mostly waiting. And every year when the submersibles return, they bring back footage of creatures that shouldn't exist, species that shouldn't be possible, life that shouldn't thrive in an environment we've classified as hostile. The deep ocean isn't a place. It's a question mark pressed against the entire foundation of what we thought we knew about the world we live on, and we're only beginning to learn how to read it.